Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Hazy, what's the one thing everyone sees before you die?
Oh, I love this stuff.
So
That's the question, isn't it?
obviously there's a lot of speculation. There's the one theory that you see your entire life flashing before your eyes.
Yeah.
There's one theory that says you see a bright white light and someone sort of beckoning for you.
Okay.
Come hither. Or a complete out-of-body experience. They're just a few options.
When you say out of body, does that mean like you're looking at yourself?
Yeah, you're looking
Yeah.
down at yourself.
Like sort of hovering above yourself?
Yeah, you'd be shirtless.
I'd be like, put a shirt on, mate. You're like, is that what I look like? I'd be floating above myself going, oh, wow, you are balding.
So I guess the thing is you'll never know. The only thing that we truly know is from people who have nearly died and come back to life.
Yeah.
And my understanding just from reading about this stuff is 9 times out of 10 they say they see the white light.
Okay.
But there's a hospice nurse called Julie McFadden from LA, and she's taken to TikTok, the most reliable of medical platforms, to say of all her experiences, she has had the majority of patients who she's held their hand before they've died as they enter their final days. And this is what happens according to her. A month before they're about to shuffle off their mortal coil, someone comes to visit.
Oh, wow.
Have a listen.
Most people will start talking or seeing dead relatives, dead loved ones, dead friends, dead pets before they die. And it's not like right before they die. It's usually about a month before they die. Very alert and oriented and clearly speaking and seeing someone who has already died.
I said to you about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had a dream about my dead dog.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
That I saw her randomly. Someone else had my dog, was walking down the street and was stopped, and I said hello to it, and it was definitely my dog.
Hang on. Whoa. How many weeks ago was
Is
that?
it hot in here?
Wait,
Why's
how
my
many
heart racing at 300 beats
how
per
many
minute?
weeks ago did you dream about seeing Indiana, who died a couple of months ago?
That was about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Whoa, you got a week left.
Yeah.
Well, so make sure we give away first class and 50k before you go, because I don't want to have to do that all by myself.
But I wanted to go to Gather Round.
Isn't that bizarre? She said sometimes they see the people in dreams, but sometimes they actually see them physically.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Can I ask you this question? Don't make me regret it and don't make a joke, but what do you think actually happens when we die? Is that it? Are we done?
It's a good question, is it? Because I don't, obviously I don't know because I haven't been there and come back, but I can't get my head around the fact that you don't exist in some sort of space. I can't get my head around the fact that that's it.
Yeah.
And at least your spirit isn't in some way alive and still connected to something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And I would hold on to the hope that your spirit exists in some form. And also that you'll see other people, like your children down the track. Or I don't. And I'm not ruling out that you don't come back.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon maybe might be something to reincarnation. But there are too many stories in the world about spirits, etc., for them not to exist, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And we were saying off air, because it got a little bit deep, way deeper than we normally get. We normally just talk about Port and Crows on the weekend.
And fresh hits and throwbacks.
Yeah. But we were saying that the very fact that we're here and we exist blows my mind. So to say that there's nothing after that and to dismiss it just seems completely reductive.
Yeah.
If we're here and we're existing, there has to be something out there as well. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, well, it's very deep, very deep. If you've got some thoughts as well, I mean, text them through 0400 919 919. On the flip side of that,
Yeah.
it would flatten me to find out if there were spirits and you went to a different place and
Yeah.
say I caught up with my relatives, and their first question would be, why do you take your clothes off completely when you go to the toilet?
No, exactly.
Why are you doing that? And I have to explain to them the whole situation.
I do hope my Pop George comes to get me, though. Also, if Indiana was to contact you again before you die, which is obviously imminent, I wonder if she's going to ask for you to bring some schmackos or what she wants.
I'm going to ask her if she's now continent when it comes to going to the toilet. And she's like, oh, no, it's okay. I piss everywhere in heaven as well.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
Our very good friends of the show would be aware that we normally go to Abby in the newsroom right about now. She's still on the sick list. She's not doing well, our little Ab, so hopefully she'll be back in the next few days or so.
In good hands, though, we've been reliably told, because the General is actually taking a couple of days off working at the Sega Day Have a Latte Stay for an A Cafe.
That's our security peacock, everybody, who has hooked up with Abby. All seems to be going well, but the sort of the honeymoon phase, you know, like married at first sight, where you really quite like the person you've just married.
Yeah, well, this will be a big test because early on, I mean, there's nothing, and I mean this in such a beautiful way, but there's not too much sexiness about being sick, is it?
No, there's not.
So if you can get through that, then that's genuine love.
Anyway, that's not in the top 3 things that you need to know today. Let's rip into the things that are, oh my God, I would be absolutely livid if I jumped on a Jetstar flight, took the family along, you're heading to Bali, it's been built up, you're looking forward to it, and then 3 hours into the flight, someone decides to go cocoa bananas, which is exactly what's happened on this Jetstar flight from Melbourne to Bali. It was forced to take a U-turn. It got as far as Alice Springs. Oh, no. And they're like, the captain decided to return to Melbourne to get assistance from the AFP because this woman lost her damn mind. It's almost like when you hear this audio that I'm about to play in a second, it's almost like a full-on psychotic episode. She started screaming in a man's face, and eventually someone had to smack her to calm her down, and then eventually they got her into a headlock and had to restrain her for a couple of hours. There were kids on that flight who would have been terrified and also disappointed that they're not going to Waterbomb Park for another 24 hours. This is what the woman sounded like on the plane.
You understand what the f***'s going on before you have a comment. You do not understand any of this. Do not get your mouth shut.
Do not.
Do not.
I will not. There's some Julia vibes about her, isn't there?
I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. I will not. Not now, not ever.
I will not.
Do not. But pretty scary for those people on board that flight. Someone wrote on social media who was on the plane, a woman went loopy and banged on the cockpit door because she thought someone stole her phone. Oh. Yeah, that's what the captain's done.
Yeah.
The captain has just pocketed an iPhone 15.
Or is it, I'm going to tell on you, I'm going to tell the captain.
Yeah.
And he's going to park the plane and then come sort it out? What's going to happen?
This is my question though, Hazy. When something like this happens, why do they always turn back? Like, why can't they land in Alice Springs, get her off, let the cops deal with her there, and then people, the other 100 and whatever people on the plane can carry on and enjoy their holiday?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's as easy as just sort of...
You've never been a pilot?
Flicking the plane down to Alice, just dropping her off.
Why not? It's like when you're in an Uber and someone feels a bit sick. Just drop him off at his place and then I'll keep going and enjoy my night out.
I can't imagine how frustrating that would be.
Yeah.
If you're sitting, I don't know, 10 rows back and all of a sudden like, oh, by the way, we have to turn this flight around for one person.
If you go back and have a listen to that audio one more time, you can just hear some random bloke yelling out, shut up, have a listen.
Right towards the end, he's had enough.
You understand what the f***'s going on before you have a comment. You do not understand any of this. Do not.
There it is.
Mouth shut.
There he is. Shut
The
up.
extension is where he's about to go, God, come on. Get her off.
Well, honestly, some serious mental health issues going on there. So let's hope that person is okay. But more importantly, let's hope that all those people that have been inconvenienced actually get on their holiday. They rescheduled the flight for 10 o'clock this morning. So.
Yes, and they drink a heap of bintangs and get really, really pink because they don't read the sun.
If they don't come back with a Southern Cross tattoo on their shoulder, then, well, that's on them, isn't
You're
it?
not doing it properly, are you?
No.
Newsy.
Now, Jojo mentioned just before, but big news in the AFL world. We knew it was coming, but Tasmania is now official. The Tasmania Devils.
Ew.
Yes, so that's nice.
When are they joining next year, year after?
September 2028. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So they've got a long time. So people are like, what's going on with the stadium? Well, they've got a few years to build the stadium.
Yeah, but also they've just announced the name and the logo. What are we, 2024? 4 years before the fact.
Yeah, it's almost like launching an Olympic Games, isn't it?
Yeah, goodness me.
And the other thing that was coming out as well is just the membership that's spiking already.
Is
it's
it?
really good. This isn't going to be a big slow build, and this is what the AFL's going for. It's not going to be a slow build up with, say, Gold Coast and particularly GWS, where they're trying to tap into the heartland of different sport. This is going down to your neck of the woods, where you guys, tell us back in the day, mad for AFL.
Yeah,
Love it.
Absolutely love it down there. I do question and wonder, obviously North Melbourne play out of Launceston. Why there's no one there? Like when North Melbourne play down in Launceston, why is there no one in the stadium?
Because the Kangaroos suck.
Oh,
Is that it? That's a good point. It is a good point, and I've thought that before. You're like, well, this is a bit of a test market. It's like Hawthorn v North Melbourne, no one's there.
yeah.
Like, oh, jeez.
And it's like this state is supposed to be footy mad. Where are you all?
Yeah.
And I'm well qualified to say, as someone who spent 10 years in Hobart as a child, there ain't much else to do.
Yeah, that's very, very, very true.
Unless you want to go to the ice skating rink, and that ain't much good either.
Anyway, with the Jack Jumpers, though,
Yeah.
absolutely going off.
Yeah, they're good,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Anyway, we've got plenty of time to prepare for the Tasmania Devils, but very big news in the AFL world. That's our post-snooze news. Next, do you feel like dropping the first question for the 6:15 vending machine quiz?
You try and stop me over there.
I wouldn't dare. You're a really proud pet owner, aren't you?
Yeah.
Almost too proud, some would say.
Oh, have you met Sydney?
Yes, I have met Sid. Remember that time that you dropped her off for a couple of hours while you guys went and did something at the entertainment centre and I was working?
Yes.
Yeah. Luckily, Sid can't talk. Otherwise, she'd tell you that I had to put a muzzle on her, tie her up.
Oh, Sid's a little toy cavoodle. The
She
muzzle would
whinged
be
the whole
bigger than her
time.
whole body.
She whined the whole time.
Did she?
Yeah, and you're like, oh, she's fine. She'll be fine.
I did think she would be fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made you pet sit at work. However, did she poo on the carpet?
Oh, I don't think so. No,
Okay.
was she due? Did you think that was coming?
There was a few people around at 7 that I instructed her to maybe dump one on their desk. But anyway.
She might have. It might still be there. Only a small dog. What about this? 1 in 10 dog parents believe they should receive paternity leave that would give them leave entitlements similar to maternity or paternity leave.
So if they have a new puppy,
Yeah, all sorts of different things. So the kind of leave pet homes believe they should be entitled to. The study found 56% should not have to take out their annual leave to take their dog to the vet. 40% said they would take time off to care for their sick pets at home, while over half reckon they should get leave for compassionate leave to grieve the loss of their pet. That one I agree with.
that one I get, because having a pet when it passes is like, it's some
Sucks.
people's children, really, isn't it? So I can understand the grief there.
It absolutely sucks.
However, to have time off to take your pet to the vet, come on. That's up there with like going to the dentist or all those little mundane things that you have to do. It's just
Well,
part of life, Andrew.
Depends what you're doing at the dentist.
Oh, right.
You get wisdom teeth out. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, didn't we hear about it when you had yours out?
Yeah, I know. I had about 16 of them out.
Geez,
Had a few
16.
extra little wisdom teeth in there. Producer Zoe, you're a former pet owner. You've
am
had
a
several
former pet.
dogs.
Yes, I've always had dogs my whole life, and I don't at the moment. And pretty much the main reason is that I wouldn't be able to take time off work to look after the dog without chewing into my annual leave, which I'm not going to do because I'm having a hot girl summer in Europe. So, like, if I had the access to paternity leave, maybe I would get a pet, but I don't think that it should be like a thing. I don't think that everyone should be entitled to it. That's ridiculous. It's a choice to get a pet.
All right, let's get everyone up to speed here. Classic breakup, Zoe. I'm having a hot girl summer in
Having a
Europe.
hot girl Europe summer. But if I wasn't going to Europe, I would get the dog and I would take my annual leave to have maybe a week with the dog to help get them acquainted with the home.
I don't know if this is because I grew up on the farm where, there's some of the...
Pets come and go, am I right?
some of the sheepdogs really had individual lives up there around the shed, just sort of tied up and chewing on pale meaty bites and just fill up the water and they sort of go and do their own thing.
Yeah.
Not too much extra loving, if you know what I mean, but you don't have to be with your pet 24 hours a day.
No, but when they're little babies and you've got to, help them
Well, I
learn
get
around the house.
Well, I get that because they say, like, you get them after 8 weeks, right? And then they say that you shouldn't leave them home alone. So I sort of understand people wanting that. But because you've got a new dog, should you have time off work?
No,
Sorry to be devil's advocate here.
No, you're right. You're not entitled to it.
No.
But I would absolutely take it if I was.
Yeah.
Can I just say, from my perspective, to any of you guys working in this team, if anyone has even half a day off for paternity leave, particularly you, Jodie Oddie, with that absolute flea of a thing called Sid, which I'm not even sure is a genuine dog.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even sure under that half kilo of fluff there's actually a genuine little canine under there.
Okay, I hope Sydney's not listening this morning because she's at home in the fetal position in the corner on her new pet bed. You are mean.
Oh, what's she going to do, lick my finger? If you're taking time off for anything except to grieve the loss of Sid,
Yep.
then we can't be friends anymore.
Okay.
Oh, my very good.
I'll take it. Well, this is interesting now. 13 24 10, we've got a phone call from Sid from St. Peter's.
Oh.
Sid's got some kind words for you.
Wow.
Ready?
Morning, Sid. Turns out she does have some bite.
Not. This is Sid. Sid saying, "I hate you, Andrew."
Sid does not talk like that.
Gosh.
Well, actually, Sid doesn't talk at all, Zoe.
Yeah. If she talks like that, I change my mind. There will be no grieving process. A woman exploited a pump glitch from November 2022 to June 2023 in order just to get herself a whole heap of free petrol.
Wait, so what's that, over 6 months?
Over 6 months. Around that time, a petrol station had updated its pump software, inadvertently introducing a glitch that enabled customers to swipe their rewards card twice, which triggered a demo mode. And then when the demo mode's on, you just go bang. So it allowed individuals to pump petrol without payment. So allegedly this particular woman took advantage of this flaw. She took 26,000 litres, totaling nearly $45,000 over a span of just over 6 months. Well played to her.
So I don't want to put you on the spot. What happens when you hit demo mode? It's just like some free little bit of petrol and she just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
A small little glitch.
Oh, my goodness.
And she seized her opportunity. Unfortunately, she was caught on camera and she's been charged with a count of theft for something over $5,000. So she's in all sorts of strife.
Wow. Can I digress for one moment? How good does it feel when you go to get your petrol and we have diesel in our car and you go from normal rate and you press the flow rate switch and it goes like bang super fast.
Real quick.
It's the best thing ever.
What are you filling up a big truck, are you?
No, it's just a 4-wheel drive. It's fine. Just a family car.
Well, you got somewhere to be, do you?
Settled out.
13-24-10.
Yep.
When did you cheat the system?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? And we're not encouraging fraudulent behaviour, but sometimes you've just got to stick up for the little guys. And it's not easy. Cost of living, it's really, really hard.
Yeah, we're definitely not encouraging that. But if you do make it to air, you will be in the standby list for first class and 50K.
Yeah, would you believe it, Jodes? Could you possibly believe this? That unfortunately, across the journey, several little opportunities I've taken where I've really cheated the system.
Oh, okay, go on then.
I'd say my biggest one was, and I didn't know that I was doing it, but I kind of did.
Yeah.
So this is when I was playing for Centrals and we'd get paid in 2 lump sums for match payments.
Yeah.
At the same time I was at uni, so I was on youth allowance.
Okay.
And what Centrelink would say to you is you need to declare your payments each and every week.
Right.
If you're getting paid from somewhere else. And I'd say, well, I can't do that because I haven't been paid yet.
Or you only get 2 big ones twice a year.
Yeah.
You're
So
right.
so I would say, look, I'll let you know when it happens. But in the meantime, I can't give you information that doesn't exist.
So true, mate.
But I knew
Yeah.
what was going on. I knew I was getting paid more than I should have.
Yeah, right.
So I did claim ignorant. But what happened was a little bill turned up in the mail and I owed Centrelink $15,000. Yeah. I managed to work them down to $9,000, but I had to pay it back.
Oh, did you feel sick?
But I'll tell you what, for a moment there, I was king.
Yeah.
Absolutely king.
Oh, yeah.
You think of a poor uni student, not me.
No.
I was going out for dinner at least once every 2 weeks.
Oh, my God. Goodness me. A little bit of karma coming at you, though. 13-24-10, let's do this morning. When did you manage to cheat the system or rort the system?
All right, we'll take your calls next. Confidential. We can keep you confidential too if you
Well,
want.
you can absolutely be anonymous.
Or celebrate it. Why not?
Oh, hang on. The ATO's on line 1.
You're a better person for it.
Just want to speak to you, Andrew Hayes.
Sorry, no calls at this moment, except for you calling for a different thing. But unless you're the ATO, do not call us back, ever. We want to talk about someone who may or may not just sort of flirt around the system when it comes to buying grocery items.
Whoa.
Let's call her, for confidentiality reasons, let's call her Zoe T. Actually, that's a bit obvious. Let's call her Zed Twiddell.
Yeah, okay. It's good. No one will ever guess. What's your tactics? Yeah.
For legal reasons, this is just a joke.
Yes.
Yes. But
Complete mirth.
I think, cost of living, it's ridiculous. The big supermarkets, they're stealing from us. I think there is no harm in putting avocados through as potentially a brown onion.
Oh, my God.
I'm not saying I've ever done it. I never would. How awful. But I'm just saying there's no harm in it.
Right.
If potentially you were to be tempted to do,
Which I would never.
which you would never, there's video cameras now. Your face is like there.
Do you know what?
Staring back at you.
The ultimate excuse. I get up at 4 a.m. I'm exhausted. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, let me go again. If you get
I
caught.
put through that 36-inch
Never been
TV at Aldi. I put it through as a potato. Oh, I'm so tired. How could I possibly make that mistake?
Hey, you laugh, but when you're saving $20 on groceries per week, I tell you. Again, very hypothetical, just saying you could.
Yeah. Hypothetically speaking as well, Jodes, if I was to know someone by the name of, let's just call him Andrew as well, back back in the day. And maybe he would go to some sports stores in Sydney and just flick over the stickers between the little kids Sharon and a genuine Sharon. It's about $100 difference. And because particularly in Sydney, they have no idea about AFL. They'll be like, yeah, cool, take that through. And then when you do get busted, you'd say, oh, I thought that was a bit cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Oh, what a steal.
You go,
Literally.
So what, it's not $100 cheaper?
Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
And then we just move on.
Just trying to work out who I'm working with at the moment. Who are these people?
I don't know. Thank God it's not Andrew and Zoe from back in the day.
Let's go to Ashley. Good morning, Ash. When did you cheat the system?
Morning. Well, I'm not saying I ever did it, but I was shown when I was about 10 how to get free phone calls from payphones. By just, putting a straw into the top of the coin dispensing area and the money would pop back out.
Oh, there you go. That's epic.
Outrageous.
It was for an emergency, because I was 10. So just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. Hang on, I thought you said it wasn't you, Ash.
I don't know if this is really unfair and judgmental of me, but I'm going to run with it anyway. What about when you see people using a public phone booth now? I just go, what are you up to?
Well, yeah.
What are you doing?
Where are the public phone booths, by the way?
There's one outside the Avenue Shopping Centre.
There is, and there's one right
Really?
near our house in Brompton as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're free.
Yeah. They're absolutely free, are they?
I love how you just said our house like you live together, you two.
Yeah, I know, sorry. Context, we live near each other. So I made that weird.
There you go. Thank you for everyone who got involved this morning. Of course, your secret is completely safe with us.
And I look forward to you going home to Cara saying Zoe's moving in.
Jody and Hazy.
Oh, yes. This is just such an anxiety-filled little piece of fun, we like to call.
Yes, I just cradled your face and I looked you in the eye and I said, just play nicely, please.
And I said, what do you mean by that? Are you saying I'm some kind of obnoxious absolute wanker in this space?
Yes.
You didn't say that, but I could feel it.
No. I said yes and then everyone nodded in agreement.
Were you nodding or shaking your head, guys? Oh, you're nodding?
You're all
Great.
nodding.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So it's me against the world. Yeah, great.
So
That's
this
how I
is
like
how it works. 2 Nova hits that have been orchestralised. And we've got 2 players this morning, producers. So welcome to the studio.
Thank you. We've got Phil from Gawler on Team Hazy today for the voucher.
Let's go, Hazy.
Let's go, Filthy.
And then on Team Jodes, we've got Christy from Dover
Hi,
Gardens.
Kirsty.
Good morning. How you guys going?
Good.
Well, thanks, Chris.
Oh, hello, who's in the back? Oh, now there's more pressure
There's
with
more.
children involved. Oh, no. Who is that, Christy?
That's my daughter, Georgia.
She's...
So, Chrissy, what happens if Jody doesn't win? We're talking about we're not eating in a particular
Stop it. This could just be fun. It doesn't have to be so anxiety-inducing for the two of you.
I agree. Jody makes it that way, though.
You just
you
said,
pace around the
you
room.
just said that Christy's poor child won't get fast pasta if I lose.
I just asked a few questions, trying to get to know Christy.
Oh, my very
Know
goodness.
exactly what's on the line here.
All right. Same as always, it is best of 3.
Heart's pounding.
Big deep breaths. Song number 1, please.
Here we go. I think I've got it. Hazy.
Go on.
That would be. It's Miley Cyrus.
Song name?
Flowers.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Quick.
But you buzzed in so early and brought yourself so much time that I couldn't get in.
You did. That was naughty.
Usually, yeah. Okay. I just had to establish some things. I knew exactly what was going on.
You just had to establish the name and the artist.
Connection.
I get it. Understand.
I won't let that slide next time. It needs to be name is your buzzer, you know?
Well, what do you mean, Zah?
You need to say hazy and continue the game.
Okay,
no
then
more
how
of
long?
this nonsense.
How long have you got?
How long have you
How long have you got once you say your name and your buzzer?
Once you say your name, it's okay, but you went, I think I've got this. Everyone stop and look at me, listen to me. I think I've got
Listen
this.
to me.
Sorry, Kath, thank you.
I know.
Here we
All
go.
right, song
Here we
number
go.
2.
All right.
Oh, dramatic.
Oh, it is.
Disney.
Shush. Oh.
What the hell? Shh.
Come on.
Oh!
Yeah, I know. Oh, Jody, yes.
No.
Yes, Jody.
Gym class heroes.
Nope.
It's not. It's not. What have you got?
It's Weeders. Teenage Dirtbag.
I just got the man wrong. Gym class heroes. 0.
Jodes. A valiant effort.
Thank you.
But it's a clean sweep for Hazy, which means that Filthy Phil's got the voucher.
Well done.
No, it's up to you, Phil. It's up to you. Phil, do you want us to play the last song as well?
Yeah.
No, why?
Yeah, let's play it.
Go on.
No, well, Phil can play it. I'm not playing it.
You're playing.
No,
Come on.
I hate it when you do this. Don't do that.
Okay, then. Okay, no, it's
No.
Jody. It's Jody v Phil.
No.
Yeah, Jodie v. Phil.
You
Jody
play
v. Phil. No, Phil, we're
All
on the same
right, all
team.
right, Phil.
Phil, get ready to buzz in. Your name's your buzzer, all right, buddy?
Okay, get ready to say Phil. Filthy, come on.
All right.
Okay, that is Jennifer Lopez. Let's get loud.
Okay, she's nailed it.
She didn't put her buzzer
I
in, though.
know.
Phil, what do you think?
That is Jennifer Lopez. Let's get
Oh,
loud.
yeah,
There
Phil.
it
Good
is,
work,
yeah.
Phil.
There we go. That's a $100 faster pass about it.
I'm
Sure
so
is.
bad for Christine.
Yeah, well, George, feel bad for Georgia. She's not eating.
Oh, wow. Okay, everyone's on the list for first class and 50.
That's right.
Sorry, Christy. Oh,
Do you
okay.
want to speak to Christy?
No, I don't
No.
now.
Okay.
No.
Don't put Christy through it. She's been through enough this morning.
I feel like I'm doing the faster past a walk of shame right now.
You are.
I really need a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat.
It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girls.
There we go.
Yeah, it's all the stuff we talk about off air and we think, oh, you know what, bugger it. We're just going to talk about it on air. We've got producer Zoe with us this morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Newly single, just preparing herself for a hot girl summer in Europe.
That's right. Can't be stopped.
Single summer in Europe.
That's it.
Whoa,
Hey,
look out.
Look out, Europe.
Normally we have newsreader Abby join us, but she's on her sickbed at the moment. So we have producer M, mother of one.
Yes.
Little Maxie.
Yeah.
Engaged to be married.
Yeah, eventually. Anyway, that's another issue.
That's a separate chit chat.
So this is the birthing suite edition of Chick Chat.
Yes,
Oh,
finally.
God,
I've been pushing this for months. Thank you, ladies. That giant itch, it's finally getting scratched.
So many things I'd like to tell you about what actually goes on in the birthing suite.
I've seen it
but
3
anyway.
times.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I know.
True.
I know.
Unbelievable stuff.
Really seen it all. Well, funnily enough, as the only person in the room without a child, I've brought this one to the table this week. One of my girlfriends, who I've just recently been away with, is a midwife. I love having friends that work in all sorts of different little niche healthcare sectors because you hear some crazy stories.
Yes.
And she was talking to us about the different women she follows through their journeys and who they have with them in their birthing suite and the range of. Some people will feel like my husband will be there and the others absolutely not. Don't let him in, sort of thing. So we all got talking about when our time comes, because none of the girls that were there have had kids yet, who we would have. And I was really fascinated. Everyone had really different answers. So I don't know. I personally would, if I could only have one person, I would kick the man out and mum would be in. You know, like that's the priority for me.
Okay, that's interesting.
But I don't know. Who did you guys have?
I had Michael in there. My mum did ask me if she could come in, and I flat out said no. Sorry, Mum.
Really?
Yeah, we are very similar and we butt heads. And I'm like, at that point of when, you know, all of that is going on, I don't need someone else in there, you know, like me. But near the end, I can't even count. Like, I only had Michael as my person, but then you've got the OB and then you've got midwives, and then partway through, you know, it all happening, they're like, oh, do you mind if a student midwife comes in? She's about to finish, but she wants to see a birth. And I was like, I don't care. So I think there were about 5 people in the end, but only Michael.
Yeah, right. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I only one of them, I had my then husband at the time and my mother, and my mum and I were really close. But at that point, I'm with you. I was like, don't, everyone, go away. Don't touch me. I think you only really want your partner. Skip forward to marriage, and the 3 other children were all cesareans, but something so strange happened to me. We talking about death and dying happening. The drugs messed
Oh, I thought you were about to say you gave birth out the mouth again. Remember we spoke about that? Maybe last year. That was crazy when you revealed that.
Anyway, the drugs do something to my head whereby I think I'm dying. So as I'm going under and the anaesthetic's hitting me,
That's not
I'm like, I start saying every time I start saying my last goodbyes to my husband.
That is so traumatic for everyone in the room.
I know.
Jodie Daisy, fascinating and morbid.
I know. So that's it. I'm like, I love you so much. And I feel like it's the end. It's weird. Anyway, but it's not the end. It's the birth of new life. So let's all be happy
So
about that.
did you just have second Greg for children's.
Well, I certainly didn't have first Greg and second Greg, because that would be strange, wouldn't it? So I can have my ex-husband and my new husband.
Was Colleen allowed, Mum, or not?
What do you think people got confused about the Greg I was asking for?
Next minute, Greg Norman, the shark, rolls in. That's a Greg off. I've seen 3 births now, and oh my gosh, now I feel like I've seen some stuff. And I locked eye contact with Cara the whole time.
Yeah.
Not because I was grossed out, because I was scared that if I saw some things, I didn't want to be that guy that takes the attention away. I didn't want to be that guy that passes out.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I was a little bit scared of seeing blood and passing out. But I know, and I can safely speak, we haven't had this conversation, I know if it came down to one person being in the room, I know that Cara would choose her mum over me.
Really?
100%. Because Cara's mum's her absolute rock
Okay.
in that situation. And I don't know what I'm doing. At one stage, Cara was squeezing my hand so tightly.
Yeah.
It was definitely going to break. But I didn't want to be like, hey, stop it, I'm in pain here. Because she was giving birth.
Oh, let's do this morning. 13 24 10. Who'd you have in your birthing suite?
Yeah. Who's allowed?
Who was by your side? Who was there? Who witnessed the birth of new life?
And how special were your significant others in this process? I mean, they really knew what they were doing, weren't they? I'm joking, obviously.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't even know where to look, let alone what to do.
See, I find you highly irritating when I'm not having a baby. I can only imagine being in the throes of labour, having Andrew Hayes right next to me. Oh, my.
That'd be super helpful, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So far in my birthing suite, I've got an ex-husband, a new husband, and a co-host.
Crowded suite. Must be a big suite. Nice. Only standing room now.
Hey, Jackie.
Hey, how you going?
Good. Who'd you have?
Well, I only had my husband, my 14-month-old son, and my mum. I had no doctors, no nothing. He birthed him at home. Well, I birthed him at home.
Oh, wow. So obviously, before you could get to the hospital.
Well, I had no time to get to the hospital.
Yeah.
My husband was going, get in the car. I go, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not having this baby on the freeway.
Oh,
So I propped myself up on the bed, and 3 pushes later, I pulled him out. He was there.
Oh, my gosh. So did the natural instincts just kick in, or did your husband actually a little bit know what to do?
My husband couldn't even watch ER, so yeah, grossed out by everything. He has the nickname Doc now, so
wow.
Yeah, no, couldn't do anything. Couldn't do. He did. He performed. He did well, but yeah, all I kept on saying was, "Wash your hands, wash your hands, get the towel."
Jackie, you've said, like everyone's seen that video. I reckon it's Kourtney Kardashian who sits up and pulls out her own baby. Was that your situation?
Well, that's exactly what I did, because he thought he was stuck, and I'm going, he's not stuck. I need to push. So I grabbed him by under his arms, and with one push, he was out. So it was all over and done with within 15 minutes.
That is incredible. Well done, Jackie.
That is intense.
Superwoman.
Well, Jackie, she's married to McDreamy. How good's that?
Let's go to Jess, who was in the birthing suite. Jess?
Hi. So I had 3 births.
Yeah.
My first birth was to my ex-husband. I had him, my mum, and my mother-in-law in the room. The second birth, I had my ex-husband and my mother.
Yeah.
And then my last birth, my current partner unfortunately got food poisoning, so he was via FaceTime and my mum was in the room.
FaceTime, baby.
FaceTime, baby.
Yeah. So he came in to visit me the night before, and he had Hungry Jacks for dinner and, got food poisoning. So
Wow.
he was in bed via FaceTime.
That's the new age, isn't it?
Guys,
Everything's done online
isn't that
these days.
incredible? How old's your third baby now, Jess?
He's almost 3.
I love that he grabs an iPad and he's like, this is how I came out.
Can you just rotate that onto landscape mode, please?
Oh, that's incredible. Thank you, Jess.
You're welcome.
Hey, Kourtney, who was in the birthing suite?
Hello, how you going? So my first child, I was quite young. I was only not 20 years old. And I have a very close family, like immediate family. So I had my sister, my mum, my dad, my partner, and then my partner decided he was going to invite his best friend in at the last minute. So then I had his best friend in as well.
Stop it.
It was horrible.
Stop it.
Who, as a best friend, who wants to be in that situation?
He brought a Portos. He's like, I brought food. And I'm like, I'm, about to But at that stage, I didn't care who was really in the room. I just wanted the child out.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
Yeah, I had everyone.
So your husband's best mate, do you have trouble looking him in the eye now, or we're all cool?
No, we're all cool. Like, he was pretty respectful. He was like, he walked in, he didn't realise it was like crunch time. But he was like, I'm going to sit at the table. And he just went and, sat down at the table. But yeah, we just laugh about it now.
Could we just get this straight? Your husband's best friend was sitting at the hospital table eating a Portos as you're giving birth.
Correct. Ask if I wanted any chips.
What about Courtney when you're pushing out the baby and you're in all sorts of pain and he's like, oh, and then the doctor's like, is everything okay there, mate? He's like, oh, sorry, a bit too much spicy sauce on my Bondi burger.
Well, he wasn't the problem. He was quite supportive. It was my partner that was not doing so well. Yeah.
Wow, wait. Cast of thousands, Courtney.
That
You're
is-
a very tolerant woman. That's
Yeah, well
all I
done,
have to
Courtney.
say. Well done. Goodness me.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for all those calls.
Wow.
Oh, God. Can you imagine if Courtney won it and her husband would be like, oh, can my best mate just come and sit in my lap?
It's all
In
good,
fact,
though.
sit on your lap?
Hey, it's all good though. He's bringing a Porto.
We're going back in time. Hazy's on this Daisy.
Yeah, Tuesday, sweetie pies. Let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? Just inject you with a hot syrup of knowledge so that you can work yourself up to a lot of fun facts to share with your friends and family.
Oh, you're going to be the hit of the party.
19th of March, let's go back to 1955. The great Bruce Willis was born in Germany. He's 69 years old today.
Went on to star in one of the greatest movies of all time, and that is Die Hard, and Die Hard 2.
What a career, though. And how iconic.
I know.
Bruce Willis. The ultimate tough man. I think Bruce Willis, I think Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
Yeah.
And just big energy with no hair.
And then also I love how he stayed such good friends with his ex-wife, Demi.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's good.
1932, Sydney Harbour Bridge was officially opened. What about the stories about guys who fell off because they were trying to reach their hammer? Because their hammer went down and it broke the surface of the water, they survived?
Yeah, right.
I don't know if that's actually a true story, but I've heard that several times.
I've never heard that before. I have heard the one where you literally paint it from one end to the other, and then because it took so long, you got to go back straight away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a cycle that is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the painters know exactly what they're doing.
The painter's like, we'll finish this, guys, another day or so, and we're done.
Guess what, guys? We're turning around. We're doing it all again. Beautiful view, though, guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
2006 Commonwealth Games commenced in Melbourne. Australia ended up on top of the medal tally with 221 medals, 84 gold, 69 silver, and 68 bronze. And then it kind of got to the stage where it's like, are we into the Common Games? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
It's lost its shine, hasn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And now no one wants it. So,
can't give that thing away.
oh, gee, we should host it.
I know. As in you and I?
Yeah, you and I should
Or
host
Adelaide.
it. We'll do it at your house, I reckon.
I
Enough
thought,
space at my house.
I thought if anyone was going to put their hand up, it would have been Mally.
Yeah, exactly. If Mally doesn't want it,
No one wants it.
It's not to be had.
No.
We'll put it that way. Number one song on March 19th in 2017. Can't Stop This Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Absolute banger.
Nothing I can see but you when you